Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. Alright, so today we're going to start by finishing up a little bit more details. Off camera, I went and got some spruce logs from a different biome. So what we're going to want to make is a couple of planks. And a bit of slabs. The slabs are what I'm going to be decorating with. Oh, it's almost nighttime. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, the reason I wanted to get out these slabs was because I wanted to detail these windows a little bit more and give the build a little overall depth. So what I like to do is I like to give it a little bit of depth by putting in spruce slabs right out these windows. Gives it a little bit more depth and makes it look nicer. Gives it a little bit of an overheading. We can replace these windows, or rather, these torches, excuse me. There. So let's do it for these as well. There we go. Much nicer. And this last one. There we go. That gives it so much more depth. Makes it look way much nicer. Another little detail I wanted to add was fences. So let's make up some sticks. Let's craft ourselves some fence. A nice other detail to add a little bit more shape and depth is to add fences, especially along corner blocks like these. Looks like we just need a little bit more. Alright, next thing I want to add is actually removing these, giving the windows, oh, rather, never mind. These don't need, rather, it'd be a little bit weird to add to them. Let's just stick with how it was. Alright, there we go. Gives it a little bit more space, a little bit more room, a little bit more depth. Now, it isn't finished, obviously. This build will expand as the episodes go on, but for now, it looks really nice. A little bit more detailing I wanted to do was the interior. The interior needs some help. After all, it's pretty plain in here. So what we could do is make some spruce stairs. And instead of using them for detailing the windows, you can use them as furniture. For example, here I could put a little chair, and in between the chair I could add a little table by using these fences and a bit of pressure plates. See, nice little table with two little chairs. As well as here, you could put them upside down and at a certain angle. Kind of looks like a little table. Looks real nice, doesn't it? As for the bedroom, we could add a little bit of furnishings as well, like here. a little couch. Makes it nice. After all, get a good view. And here, with a little nightstand. There we go. Nice little desk. Maybe put some stuff up there. Eventually, we'll have something to put up there. Alright. That gave this build a lot more detail. Now, it looks a little bit more homey. And, with the different color scheme of the spruce planks, looks a little bit better. Mixes well with the wood, especially the log variation of it. Alright. The next project I wanted to focus on was making a farm. After all, I don't have a very solid food source. After all, as you can see, I'm out of food right now, and my hunger's going down. So, what we're gonna need is a bucket that I managed to get doing some off-camera mining with water in it. And we're gonna start a simple little farm. Where would be a good location? I would say, how about we explore a little bit of the area? You want a big, nice open space. Like that one right there. Alright, so first, we're going to start off with a little foundation. Same as a house, but still, a little bit different. You want a decently wide area. After all, this is going to be our main food source, whatever this could be. Laying it up nice. Alright, next thing we want to do is going and hunting down a couple of seeds. Alright, after going around and finding some seeds, we can start on the next part of this project, which would be setting up the dirt. After all, the food needs to grow on something. So let's fill in the dirt. Alright, and why don't we finish up this foundation as well? Providing this foundation is a nice spot to make sure you emphasize the look of the farm. I mean, it doesn't have to be pretty, but it's better to have a visual pleasing to it than just a simple little farm on the floor. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to get the water in and make these little serrated edges throughout here. Alright, next thing we want to do is get these little grooves put into the dirt to make sure that the farm has the water flowing through it. Now, while the water can spread and make the ground fertile for up to 4 blocks, I usually like to have a two block safety net, so it just covers 2 instead of the max 4. over here for here in the middle, I'll leave it at 3. It's a nice even side on both sides, but also it has a nice middle. Go away, Mr. Spider. Right. So, now that we have these grooves put in where the water will go, next you want to fill it up with water. So with your bucket, put in the water. You just need 1, maybe 2, so you don't have to do this second trip. But what you can do instead of taking multiple trips is put 1 block away, and that'll make an infinite water source where you can grab and spread it onto the rest of the water. That way it's nice and even. On to the next one. There we go. That looks much better. Alright. Next step is to go and make ourselves a hoe for tilling. So this farm is going to be a bread farm. So the seeds that I collected were random little seeds around. Alright, let's start tilling. And planting our seeds. And they collected so much, but that's okay. For now, all we need to do is till the land and wait for the wheat to grow. And we'll have the rest of the seeds we need to eventually cover this entire field and have a steady source of food. Alright, next is detailing. While it is nice and simple, we do want to give it a little bit of detail, and for that, we need fences. Alright, so next we just put up the fences. Make sure to leave a gap for where you want to put your stairs. After all, you do have to access your own farm. Right, next is the stairs. There we go. And let's put some on the other side too. After all, we might be building stuff here later, and we want accessibility. Nice little touch is the lanterns, obviously. We also don't want to have creepers and zombies spawning in here. We want to have a little bit of safety. Another detail you can add is putting these trapdoors right in between these, so that you don't trip into the water and break your crops. So why don't we do that? Alright, there we go. All the spruce trapdoors are put in, and they look really nice. Blends in a little bit too. Makes it look as it's a part of the build. Now just some final torches just to make sure. And there we go. A nice little farm that'll definitely grow you a good amount of food. And, if I don't say so myself, looks pretty nice. Alright. Well, that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.